All right, good morning, Jeremy. Good to see you.
See you as well.
We're going to talk about a few things today. I'd like to kind of get a little bit of background of, what your experience is with golf, how long you've been playing, if you have a handicap, what your handicap is, what your average score is, we'll kind of go from there. And from that point, then I'll watch you hit a few balls and come up with some recommendations to smooth things out.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, well, my relationship with golf is fairly new. Like, through work, gone out and I guess I can't call it golfing. I've hit the ball with sticks in the woods and enjoyed the views, but
Okay.
As far as taking it serious, about this year, this summer over here at Sundance. So, relatively new to doing it the right way.
Okay. As far as practice time goes, do you have some time to practice? You look like you've been a basketball player, or volleyball player, or something.
Mm-hmm.
If you've gone through that, you understand that it takes some dedication, it takes some time to accomplish what we're trying to accomplish. So without having a fair amount of time to practice, we have to be realistic in what our expectations are.
Yes.
So
for practice right now, I'm fortunate enough to get out a few times a week, and that's really had an impact because beforehand, yeah, it's maybe once a month you go to the driving range, and then once every 2 months you actually play. So
Okay.
No time for improvement like now.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. So what I'd like you to do now, I'm just going to let you warm up, hit a few balls. I'll observe. I'll see if I see any tendencies that I think we should work on, and we'll work on it together. This is a partnership. I need to try and convey what the information that I'm trying to get across to you, but you also have to receive it. So we'll work it as a partnership. If you don't understand what I'm trying to tell you, then you need to say, hey, Kerry, that doesn't make sense to me, or, we'll find a way to do it. With that being said, you're a pretty athletic guy. There are tried and true things in the golf swing that all the pros do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a reason that they do it that way, because it works. Not everybody can swing like a pro, so we may need to make adjustments in that delivery, in that swing. But the closer we can get to where these guys are swinging it, I think the better results we're going to have. So go ahead and hit a few, and let's get a baseline, see where we're at. Kind of a typical miss.
Typical right there.
Okay. Just by those few swings, I can see that there's a couple things in there I might want to change, but we don't have to change it right away. Let's kind of do it in a sequence. It seems to me that you're really flat-footed in your swing. You're not getting much body movement in it. I'd like to see more body involvement. So I'm going to let you take this club, put it on the back of your shoulders, over the back of your shoulders. And I want you to just stand up straight for now, and I just want you to turn. Just make turns. Go ahead and let your heels come off the ground. I just want you to get your body moving and see what that feels like for your body to get involved. Those first few swings, no body movement, no lower body movement. It's been really, stagnant down there. So if we can move like that and see what that feels like, okay? Once you get the feel of that, of just, okay, that's what my body needs to move, then you can lower down into your, swing posture and just do the same thing. So stay down in there and just let your body go back and through. We don't want excessive movement in the feet. I like having, if your left heel comes off the ground a little bit, it's okay. I'd rather kind of see them a little more planted, but if our body does, if your body doesn't move that way, then go ahead and let it come up. But just we gotta be careful not to get way out of position when we let it do that.
Okay.
So just think of more of a turn, not a slide, as you go back and go through. There you go. And let it be rhythmic. It's not a, we have to have some fluidity in the swing. Can't be rigid, we can't be, all stiff in the movement. It's got to be somewhat natural. Okay, go ahead and get in your posture a little bit more. Okay, go ahead and grab your club again. Take a few swings without a ball there and think of the same body movement. Think of how your body moves when you're swinging the club. There you go. Better. All right, let's hit a couple balls with that swing thought in mind. I don't want you to try and kill the ball right now. What I want you to just try and do is keep that same body movement and fluid feel as you swing the club. I don't care if it goes half as far as what you normally hit it, but let's just keep that body moving throughout the swing.
Is that good tempo?
Better.
Slower? Yeah.
Slow the swing down just a little bit. What we want to try and find, the body motion looks better, and that's probably one of the biggest things that I want you to work on when we start. But we also need to find out where square is with the club. Okay, you have to be able to swing it slowly and under control and deliver the club square to your target line. So if it's going right or if it's going left, we need to adjust the face angle when you get to the ball. So, well, let's go with that for right now, and
Try a couple more.
there you go. Much better. So I'd like to see, again, I'm not trying to give you too much to work on. Body movement is important for you. Learning where square is going to be important for you. So if you can hit 10 shots with that tempo and that speed, and you're hitting it straight, then we're on the right track. Then from there, you can introduce a little more speed as as you're hitting those straight. But once you start hitting them offline, you need to throttle back. Again, it's a process. It's going to take time. It's going to take repetition. But if you can't do it at a slower speed, you're not going to be able to do it swinging full speed.
Never.
But we can introduce speed to the golf swing once we get the mechanics down as you're swinging. So go ahead and hit a few more like that. better. A little off right. So I want you to think now about staying with the shot. Sometimes you come up and you're kind of up a little bit and out of it, and your hands are leading and your face is wide open. So I want you to stay with the shot, through the shot just a little bit more.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, keep the whole body in posture.
Yep.
Through contact.
Yep. We need to sync up our swing. Our body and arms need to be in sequence and synced up together. If we're coming up and out of it, then our hands lag behind and you just can't catch up to it.
Okay.
So allow the club head to catch up to the ball and stay with the shot just a little bit longer. Better. We'll just go ahead and keep hitting a few balls.
Okay. Traveled nice, but yeah, a little early.
Yep. So delay looking up at the ball.
Okay.
Delay the tendency to kind of try and follow the ball until you get, down past the swing and you've already hit the ball, then your head can come up. But if you start pulling it up a little bit too early, typically it's going to leave the club head lagging behind your hands. So just keep an eye on the ball a little longer.
And it's best not to even try clubs moving too fast anyway, right?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, good point. Anytime we're trying to make a change in the golf swing, the best time to make it is at setup, because it's static, right? We're not moving, we're not doing anything. So if we need to make adjustments, that's easy. The next easiest part of the swing is in the backswing, because we're not swinging really fast. So we're going to try and get in the correct positions in the backswing, because the through swing from the top of your backswing to impact of the ball takes a quarter of a second. Now our minds are pretty sharp, and our mind tries to tell our body, if it knows it's out of position, our mind's going to try and tell our body, hey, we need to do something to get back to the ball to hit it to my target. And our brain and our body don't have enough time to react to that. Yeah. So anything that we can do in the backswing is better for us in the through swing, because we just don't have time to catch up. Our brain can't work that fast.
Head down through contact. Came up on that one.
Yep.
A little bit still.
A little bit. So think of it this way too. Our clubs are tools, okay? Each one of those tools does a different thing. If we want to hit the ball higher, we're going to take a more lofted club. If we want to hit it lower and longer, we're going to take a less lofted club. But allow the clubs to do their job. That's what they're designed for. We don't need to try and help the ball up. We don't need to lift it. All we're doing is swinging the club. So our job is to swing the club. The club's job is to hit it the loft that we want it to hit, but we don't need to manipulate that.
The swing should stay the same.
Right. And the ball just sits there. So the ball doesn't do much. It doesn't care where I'm hitting it or you're hitting it. So that's easy. There you go. Much better. Much closer. All right, so let's summarize what we've been talking about today. For you, I think body movement is key. We need to get that body turning back, turning through. What I don't want to see is sliding back and sliding through. I want it to be a turn. I want you to post up on this leg, swing through, post up on the lead leg, okay? But we need to have some rhythm in that swing. We're not trying to kill the ball, we're trying to just swing through the ball. We've changed your grip a little bit because I think your right hand has been taken over too much in the swing. And by weakening that right hand, I think you can square the face up a little bit easier and not feel like you're controlling so much with the right hand. Okay, we want to allow our clubs to do what they're designed to do. Don't try and pick the ball up, just try and swing the club through. Again, half, 3/4 shots till you feel what it feels like to square the face up, to allow that club head to catch up to where you're hitting straight shots. Once you hit 10, 15, 20, whatever you feel comfortable with, then you can introduce a little more speed, a little longer swing, till you can groove that again. If you start going backwards and you're starting to move it all over the place, then I want you to back off a little bit and go back to that shorter, smoother swing, and then start introducing more. So let's go with that for now until we get together again, and we'll see how it goes.
Sounds good.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.